Good day, guys. Good day to you all. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. We're talking the upcoming Gold Cup fixture later on this evening against St. Kitts and Nevis. Seeing people, we're not even going to spend too long in that video, for be honest with you, because the match real simple enough, people. The match real simple enough, people. Dump up time later tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Seeing the match real simple. Dump up for this upcoming Gold Cup fixture. Seeing St. Kitts and Nevis has been the beating stick of the group. With the greatest of respect to them. Seeing it's just the truth. Seeing St. Kitts been a play Sunday League ball game in a Gold Cup tournament. So, we expect a pretty comprehensive victory tonight from the Jamaica Reggae Boyz. It is a final game of the group fixture. To be fair, it's still a 3-horse race. Three teams, Jamaica, the United States, and Trinidad, from a mathematical standpoint, can still advance to the quarterfinals. Jamaica and US on 4 points, Trinidad on 3. Many expect Trinidad to lose to the United States of America and for us to beat St. Kitts. I mean, from our standpoint, we as Reggae Boyz fans certainly don't expect any complications to arise this evening. See, me expect the Reggae Boyz supposed to qualify for the quarterfinals this evening. Seeing, like, we can put money on it, don't people? Seeing, I mean, boy, me don't know. I mean, we have seen some huge upsets take place in football. We know it can happen. The ball is round, but we're not even gonna make that enter our brain as to the thought of even the Reggae Boyz not advancing to the quarterfinals later on tonight. Not only are we seeking to advance to the quarterfinals later tonight, goal difference is expected to play a major part, right? We want to top the group in an ideal world, so we can avoid a certain team, later on in the competition. There are 2 top teams, 2 big guns in Concacaf. And, in the knockout stages, we'd much rather play one of them. We'd much rather have to play one of them than have to play both of them. See, I mean, if we did have a crystal ball, we could have looked and see if we play both, we'd have beat both and win the tournament, then fine. But because we don't have a crystal ball, we'd much rather play one of the top 2 big guns in CONCACAF than both of them in the latter stages of the tournament, should we get there. It would be interesting to see the approach from the gaffer Jaime Grimson. Will he rest players for this game? Is this the game that he gives some of the star players a breather? The Demarai Grays of this world, the Leon Baileys, the Mikel Antonio? Or will he use this match to, rack up the goal difference, so to speak? Because if America win their game and we win our game, is goal difference going to decide if we avoid playing 2 of the CONCACAF big guns later on in the knockout stages? So if we were to finish second in the group, we'd have to play the 2 top guns if we plan on winning this thing. So it would be interesting to see if he rests players to keep them fresh for the knockout stages, or if he takes the approach of, one, racking up the goal difference, racking up the goals against St. Kitts, dumping up St. Kitts tonight to make the goal difference as high as possible, and to also use the game to keep some of the players sharp as well. That would be very interesting to see the approach from Jaime Grimson as it relates to, the strength of the squad that he starts. Because to be fair, we can afford to rest players in this game and still beat the St. Kitts team relatively comfortably. But can't emphasize enough how important goal difference is in the equation. For those of you who want to know how things are looking, if you look on your screen, you basically see the schedule on your screen. And as it relates to what takes place in this game later on tonight and how it affects us, in the knockout stages, if you see, when you look at your screen, you see Sunday, July the 9th, 2023 quarterfinals, the second pair of quarterfinals, and you will see 1D versus 2A in Cincinnati, and the game below that is 1A versus 2D. So basically, the first place team in Group D will play the second place team in Group A. And the first place team in Group A will play the second place team in Group D. So if you look at the top of your screen, you see Group A, United States, Jamaica. Well, Nicaragua is no longer in the group. They were obviously booted out the tournament, before the tournament even started, replaced with Trinidad. And obviously, St. Kitts was the winners of the prelim. And then you see Group D. Group D has Canada, Guatemala, Cuba, and Guadeloupe, the winners of the prelims, who are actually happen to be leading that group right now. A decent little team got Guadeloupe. So, so basically, we'll be playing either Canada, Guatemala, or Guadeloupe in the next round. We're still not sure which team we'll be facing off with at this particular time. If you look on this, and if you look on your screen right now, you see how the group standings are in both groups at this current time. If both groups were to remain how they are right now, after the final round of fixtures, we'll be playing Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe and Guatemala, if I'm not mistaken, face off in the final game, and Canada has Cuba to dump up. So nobody look on the thing and say we either go play Guadeloupe or Guatemala, because even though Guadeloupe and Guatemala are on 4 points each and Canada is only on 2, Canada is expected to beat Cuba and beat them comprehensively. Seeing now, Guadeloupe and Guatemala, if both of them draw, Canada will get in more than likely, because, if Guadeloupe and Guatemala draw, both their goal differences will remain at 3 and 1 respectively. Canada's goal difference is going to improve significantly if they beat Cuba. It will definitely, at the very least, go to 1. So things are a bit tricky in that group. We still don't know who we don't have an idea, no idea who we're gonna play at this time, but it's either gonna be Guadeloupe, Guatemala, or Canada. I really and truly pray and hope that it's Guatemala we face. Either way, in an ideal world, I would love for us to top Group A to avoid the 2 big guns in Concacaf later on and only play 1. And also, hopefully, Guatemala finishes second in the group, and we can get to play Guatemala in the knockout, in the quarterfinals, right? I know a lot of people think that Canada isn't, flying off, they aren't firing off all cylinders. Yes, true, but it's still a team that I believe at their best can cause problems. So hopefully they get knocked out in the group stages and win off about them later on either. See, the thing seem cowardly, people, but before the tournament start, you're big, bad, and brave, and you say, yo, we want anybody we buck, man. See, and we can't, we have to beat the best to win the tournament. And but in the midst of the tournament now, when things start to get real, people, seeing you start to, consider the possibilities of ducking and jiving. Seeing? So yeah, that's how things stay in both these groups. The Reggae Boys tonight, I again expect them to, rack up the goals against TheFormulaSports. They have done well to qualify for their first Gold Cup, but such is life. We are the far superior team, and one of the things I really appreciate, I got some flack for saying this in the last video, but I genuinely believe that the Reggae Boys have the quality to move the ball quicker. And I think against Trinidad, they didn't move the ball quick enough. I didn't believe that they moved the ball as quickly as they potentially could. And I think that against stronger opposition, in order to break those lines, they're gonna have to, start moving the ball quicker. I genuinely believe that. So that's definitely something that I would really love to see taking place in this game. Us sharpening up on the passes, us sharpening up on the movement, us moving the ball quicker, and in a more fluid manner, because against stronger teams who are going to give us less time and space than what Trinidad gave us, I don't think we can move the ball at that pace and break those lines. So hopefully we use this game as a game to sharpen up on the speed of play. That is definitely something that I'm looking forward to seeing in this particular game, because let's face it, we're going to have the majority of the possession, and St. Kitts is going to be in a low block. And yeah, so we wish the Reggae Boys all the best later on tonight, and hopefully, we can see, something higher than 6 tonight, 6-7-0 tonight. Hopefully America beats St. Kitts 6-0. Hopefully we can beat them 6-7, and hopefully Trinidad plays a much better game against the US than what we played against, and than what they played against us, rather. And hopefully we as Reggae Boys fans can have some fun tonight and get some goals tonight. And also the Reggae Boys need to put away those chances. In the last game against Trinidad, a lot of relatively easy chances were missed. We have to do better where that is concerned. It's also would be interesting to see, how much game time the headline billing. We have to call whisper headline billing now, because that is what it is. Everybody, that's one of the, he's literally one of the highest profile players in the team right now from a Jamaican fan base standpoint. It would be interesting to see how much game time he got, or he gets rather, tonight. People are wondering if he might even start, but whoever the gaffer starts tonight, it would be really interesting to see that starting lineup from the gaffer tonight. The starting lineup will tell us everything we need to know about what is his mentality going into this particular game. Knock up the like button, subscribe, and share, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe rather. Take care. Wishing the Reggae Boys all the best of luck tonight. Until next time.